This is Ava. She's an egg-laying hen. You meet her at a dire moment in her life. She has just been thrown into a pulper, a machine designed to grind her up, along with the other hens whose egg production has declined. So here she is, with her legs in the machine. But let's start at the beginning. This is Ava's first memory, the noise of machines and the feeling of being jostled inside an egg. Here she is, as a newly hatched baby chick, surrounded by noise and chaos. She chirps for her mother and tries to make herself heard atop 1,000 other little calling voices. But their voices go unheard too. Suddenly, she is pulled onto an assembly line, and everything speeds up. There are hands everywhere, grabbing and tossing the chicks. Ava and the other female chicks are destined to lay eggs when they mature, so they are allowed to live. But their brothers are all thrown into the machine in the middle and disappear. They are killed shortly after birth because they cannot lay eggs. Eventually, Ava and the other chicks are thrown into new boxes and then rolled onto a big truck. Here she is in her new home. Everything around her is made of metal, and she shares a cage with 50 other chicks. It is very cramped, and there is never peace and quiet. The chicks are all just babies and not ready to lay eggs, but their life behind bars has already begun. Ava will live here for 18 weeks until she begins to lay eggs. This is Mia. She is one of the smallest chicks in the cage, and she will not survive. There is nothing to do in the cages, and everyone is stressed, so some chicks become aggressive and peck at her wounds. This is Ava at 9 months old. One morning, when she had begun to lay eggs, she was pulled out of her old cage and moved into this one. There are 8 hens in this cage now, but it is still so tight and cramped that they cannot even stretch their wings. The shed is completely closed off, so they never see the sun or feel fresh air. It is as if they live inside a giant machine. Food is transported inside on one conveyor belt, and the eggs are carried out on another. Every day, the workers pull dead bodies out of the cages. They are thrown in heaps at the front of the shed, as if they were garbage. That is all there is to tell about the life of Ava and the other hens. Life as an egg-laying hen. So here she is, spent, thrown away. This is the first time she sees the sun, feels the warm summer breeze, breathes the fresh air, and this is where she says goodbye. If this had been any other day, Ava's story would have ended here. But on this particular day, right at this spot, right at this moment, I reached out my hands and pulled Ava out of the machine. This is Ava's story. She was unbelievably close to dying, but was saved at the very last moment. She has found freedom at a sanctuary and can now, finally, live the happy life of a happy hen, a life she should have had from day one. Ava's life has changed entirely. She now has the will to live and has regained her trust in people. Her favorite food is corn, which she likes to eat sitting on my lap. Ava is a sweet and curious hen. She spends a lot of time playing on top of this pile of straw bales, and she loves to dig into it. If the other hens care to join in, it's twice the fun. When new hens move in, she is always the first one to approach them. Then she clucks calmly, as if trying to tell them that everything will be fine now. That now, life begins. If Ava's story has touched you, please act now and help other hens like her. Please never buy eggs or food that contains them. And share this film. Thank you for watching.